People from both sides were hurling insults. On Bowen's side, despite being on their home turf with a numerical advantage, their taunts lacked conviction after their top fighter tyrant was defeated. Meanwhile, Kid's dozen or so men were acting extremely arrogantly. After a moment of silence, Xiao Lei suddenly spoke up. Why are Kid's men suddenly so cocky? Where did that guy pretending to be a savage come from? Tyrant seemed sullen. How should I know? Never seen that guy before. He's strong, fast, just really powerful overall. No kidding, anyone who can knock out the city champion Tyrant must be tough. Xiao Lei rolled his eyes. So what's the point? If you can't beat him, just admit defeat. It's no big deal, just a matter of pride. Let them tear down those flags if they want. Once you recover and train harder, you can go settle the score later, beat that guy down and rip their flags. Won't that be revenge? Bah! Tyrant glared. Lose the fight, but not the dignity. If we let them tear our flags, what face would Bowen have left? Xiao Lei shrugged and muttered, Face, when you've lost everything inside, why cling to appearances? Such a muscle-brained simpleton. He gripped Tyrant's arm firmly. Hold your breath, bear the pain. As he spoke, he suddenly yanked hard. With a snap, Tyrant's dislocated arm was back in place. There! Xiao Lei examined Tyrant's now normal arm with satisfaction and smiled. Picked up some bone-setting tricks from that quack I follow. Seems pretty effective. Tyrant flexed his arm carefully and glared. How do you know how to do everything? Xiao Lei just curled his lip dismissively. Humph, that charlatan, when he was short on cash, would also sell some medicinal wine for bruises and sprains in his shop. Naturally, he had to learn a few real tricks to deceive people. These days, swindling money isn't easy. Hey, Bowens! A muffled voice rang out. It was the muscular guy. His square face carried a fierce aura as he shouted, Are you going to take down those flags yourselves, or should I tear them down for you? Tyrant's veins bulged on his forehead as he suddenly roared, about to leap up and fight him again. Xiao Lei grabbed him, wrapping his arms around his waist, and whispered bitterly, Idiot! You just got knocked down by him, and now you're asking for another beating. Since you're no match for him, why take the loss? It's just about taking down a few flags. It's not like he's asking you to strip off your underwear. His arms encircled Tyrant's waist, and no matter how much Tyrant struggled, he couldn't break free. Then, a strange glint flashed in Xiao Lei's eyes as one hand suddenly reached for a specific spot on Tyrant's waist and gave a light pinch. Instantly, all the strength drained from Tyrant's body, leaving him limp and weak. Only then did Xiao Lei release Tyrant. Squinting his eyes, he smiled harmlessly at the muscular guy and said, Hey, big guy, it's just a few flags, right? Why make such a fuss? The muscular guy coldly eyed this person half a head shorter than him. Though Xiao Lei stood at 180 centimeters, he seemed utterly insignificant next to this 2-meter-tall giant. We agreed before the match. If you lost, you take down the flags. Trying to back out now. The muscular guy's tone dripped with disdain. Who are you? Also from Bowen's Taekwondo Club. If you're not convinced, come at me and let's settle it. Tyrant suddenly whispered, Xiao Lei, aside from me, you're the best fighter here. Go up and fight him. No matter what, we can't let Bowen lose face today. Xiao Lei glared at Tyrant, first spitting out a pa, before growling. Are you stupid? Do you think I'm stupid too? This guy even took you down. Why would I itch for a beating? He turned to look at the muscular guy, sighed helplessly, and said, Fine, since you won, the winner has the right to make the loser do anything. It's just a few flags, right? We'll take them down ourselves. With that, he leaped into the air, effortlessly grabbing the 3 flags above his head and plucking them down with ease. The surrounding crowd couldn't help but cheer loudly, applauding his clean and efficient moves. The muscular man suddenly sized him up from head to toe and said in a deep voice, Your skills aren't bad, but it's a shame your courage is so lacking. Like a woman, a faint smile appeared on Xiao Lei's face as he curled his lip and retorted, What's wrong with women? Do you look down on them? Weren't you born from a woman? After saying this, he casually handed the flags in his hand to a junior and waved dismissively. All right, you've won the fight and achieved your goal. Now, please leave, unless you're staying for dinner. Our boxed meals are only for students of this school. The muscular man's face turned purple with rage as he clenched his fists tightly. But staring at the smiling young man before him, he gritted his teeth fiercely before finally waving his hand and shouting, "Let's go." Xiaolei immediately waved goodbye. "Goodbye, old man. It's hot out. Be careful not to get heat stroke on the bus." Old man. The muscular man nearly choked on his own spit and roared, "I'm only 18 years old." 18. Xiaolei sighed, his eyes filled with undisguised pity. "Take a look at those forehead wrinkles, old man. Is it really an honor for a 30-something man to beat up an 18-year-old boy?" With that, he turned and walked back toward his own group. The muscular man trembled with anger, gritting his teeth as he said, "Kid, since we're on your turf today, I won't lay a hand on you. But don't let me see you on the streets in the future." After saying that, he roared angrily and walked away without looking back. He was afraid that if he stayed a moment longer, this annoying guy might say something else that could literally make him drop dead on the spot from rage. Once all the people from Kidder Academy had left, Xiaolei narrowed his eyes and muttered in an extremely low voice, practicing just a bit of external martial arts, relying on brute strength, yet daring to act so arrogantly. How they'll die in the future, they won't even know. He smirked, then pointed at his group of juniors. You and all of you, hurry up and hang the flag back up." Everyone stared at Xiaolei, even Tyrannosaurus, showing a strange expression. "Hang it back up. But we clearly lost just now. And it was you who personally took the flag down. Idiots," Xiaolei cursed under his breath. "I took it down, but I never promised them we wouldn't hang it back up. Anyway, they're gone now, whether we hang it or not. How would they know? Tyrannosaurus really is a creature with a rigid brain. No wonder dinosaurs went extinct." Only Tyrannosaurus, standing nearby, heard the last part clearly. His face flushed red, and after holding in for a while, he suddenly shouted, "I've decided. Starting today, all trainees will double their practice load. We won't rest until we reclaim our dignity, until we defeat them. We won't participate in any competitions." Xiaolei slowly walked to the side, muttering, "Still so impulsive, young people. What's the point of making such vows?" Judging by that muscle guy's demeanor, he's probably trained in orthodox external martial arts. How can this Japanese-style taekwondo be a match? You'll probably never beat him in this lifetime. Anyway, I'll graduate in a year. Whether you compete or not afterward is none of my business. Might as well focus on getting free box meals. With that, he lazily hugged a punching bag and began practicing strikes. But he was so half-hearted about it. Every punch and kick was weak and limp, less like hitting a sandbag and more like kneading dough.